So you can see it there in the image right there. IMAP is
There
spinning
we
up.
go. That's that 4 revolutions per minute we were talking about. That is not something that is wrong. That is intentional. And you're looking forward. Any moment now, we could have separation of the IMAP spacecraft.
That is a pretty cool image right there.
IMAP deploy confirmed.
There we go.
We have
IMAP has
deployed.
separated, beginning its mission to map to the solar frontier and reveal how the sun shapes our space environment.
Go IMAP.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. Like a record, baby, right round.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a great view.
It is. It's a great view. But the primary reason we do need a spin stabilized, though, too, besides the angular momentum reasons, right, is it gives us, when we're spinning, we get that full 360-degree view of the medium that it's trying to study. So very, very important there.
Now, the second stage has already arrested that spin or stopped the spin.
Correct.
Because the other 2 spacecraft do not need to be spinning. But IMAP is on its way with that ever-important spin. Now we've got another couple of big milestones happening. We should get acquisition of signal. We have a live camera at the location where we expect to see a big celebration. This will be the IMAP Mission Operations Center at Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory. Their team there is looking now for the acquisition of signal, and there they are. We heard earlier that they had a lock on signal for the second stage in Hawaii, so their expectation is that we should get that AOS pretty quickly. You're looking at a view at the remaining spacecraft on the stack, which is the SWFO-L1 and Carruthers. IMAP is currently running an autonomous sequence, so it's spring-loaded. As soon as it came off the spacecraft, it started running an operation.
Correct, yeah. So they have all these commands already preloaded in there. And so they're going through now probably their health checks, autonomous health checks, and also trying to dial or phone home in ET parlance. So we're still just waiting for the acquisition of signal, which is very, very important because we don't have a spacecraft, unfortunately, if we don't have acquisition of signal. See them in the corner working hard there.
At the bottom of the screen, there's Kim Ord. She's the spacecraft operations manager.
Yep, we just received word that they did receive acquisition of signal, so go IMAP. That's excellent news.
And that came fast because they had that lock on Hawaii. They also have 2 ground stations from the Deep Space Network in California, so they locked in acquisition of signal. That tells them that IMAP so far is there, right where they expect it.
Exactly. They knew where to look in the sky, and they were primed and ready to actually talk to the spacecraft when it was ready. So kudos to them. I love physics. I love when things work the way they're supposed to work. This is great
and
stuff.
It's a beautiful thing to watch it live as well.
It's a beautiful thing to watch it as well. Agreed.
We did have an on-time liftoff this morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. During that flight, we achieved successful stage separation and re-landing of the first stage booster, completed 2 burns on the second stage to get to this point. And we've deployed the first of 3 payloads. That's IMAP has already been successfully deployed. SWFO-L1 and Carruthers will follow. Now for the Carruthers payload, this is equipped with a geocoronal imager, and this will be able to detect fundamental characteristics of the outermost layer of Earth's atmosphere. We're listening in for the deployment of SWFO-L1.
There we go.
SWFO-L1 deploy confirmed.
Beautiful separation and successful deployment of the SWFO-L1 payload. We're not done yet. We do have one more payload coming up. That's NASA's Carruthers Geocorona Observatory. We already received that acquisition of signal from the IMAP payload.
IMAP and SWFO-L1 is significant. We are at an altitude of roughly 5,000 kilometers.
Correct. And if you recall, we were looking at the altimeter there on the bottom right screen. We deployed SWFO-L1 about 3,800 kilometers. And so as we're on that escape trajectory I was mentioning earlier, we are seeing our altitude steadily increase as we move to the Carruthers spacecraft also being deployed.
Carruthers, separation confirmed.
Awesome. There we go.
That is cool. Carruthers separating, beginning its mission to capture the faint ultraviolet glow of Earth's outer atmosphere. All three released.
Yeah, congratulations to all three teams. I know this is a big day for all of them. And also congratulations to the LSP team and the SpaceX teams who worked tirelessly to get these missions off the ground. So kudos to all of them.
And the team for Carruthers now going to be very anxious as they look for their acquisition of signal. You know, because the spacecraft has to turn on and run a number of items, but I believe based on the reaction in the room, they may have gotten it pretty quick.
They may
Let's
have.
listen and see if we get an update to the NLM, the NASA launch manager. Unofficially, it looks like they may have got AOS, but officially, we have not heard it yet on our nets. So we may have been seeing the reaction for the spacecraft separation and
Correct.
just general excitement about making it to this point, which is a big deal.
It's a very big deal. Very big deal. Yeah, this mission was a mission where we had three payloads, and it almost was trying to be almost like it was three primaries. So I just want to give, once again, kudos to the team to getting this done. The team looked over almost 500 different requirement verifications they had to get this mission off. So just think about that. 500 different
Wow.
requirements you got to verify.
That's a lot.
So yeah, big deal.
Yes, with L1 has telemetry at the Mach.
Excellent news. Congratulations.
We just heard confirmation from NASA launch manager Denton Gibson was given confirmation that acquisition of signal has happened for SWFO-L1.
Yep, congratulations to SWFO-L1. Big accomplishment there.
So it looks like everything was put into a good orbit. A great job by the second stage of the Falcon, Amanda.